van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days, and it's been weeks, and What do you think, Sarah, this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in on this evening, on this Monday, that is August 23rd of 2021. As you guys know, I traveled to the border of Tapachula last week. At the past 10 days, I traveled to the border of Tapachula, and we visited the border of also of Guatemala, and we broadcasted that the migrant population of Haiti, it is overwhelming the population of Mexico. That the migrant population of Haiti, it is vulnerable, it is in poverty, it is in need, and that also they are overwhelming the businesses of the Mexican businesses, and there's a huge spread of syphilis, gonorrhea, and also there's cases of AIDS. This is a reality, people. It is a reality. And today in the Comar, they had an incident, a protest, where the majority of the migrants that they were protesting were from Haiti. They are demanding the Comar to accelerate the paperwork that is the visa transit. For everybody that is watching and for our new viewers, welcome to every single one of you. I'm Oscar Blue, Border Network News. It is our network. And ultimately, we are a binational. I'm a binational journalist, broadcaster, bilingual. As I am giving you guys right now the reality, cruel reality news of what is happening in the south border of our country. This is the protest today that it was done by the migrants that they were protesting in the south border of Mexico. These migrants are demanding the visa transit. The visa transit is a paperwork that before it was lasting, they were taking between 30 to 60 days to get it so they can move to the north. But due to the enormous influx and this humongous problem that we got on our borders, it was extended from 3 to 6 months. The migrants are getting desperate because of the situations that we reported since last time that we were there. the poverty situations, the violence, and the all that is increasing enormously, and humongously on a daily day basis. This was a video, and I will put more video. This was a video in what is the COMPARTE? It is the Commission of Refugees of our country of Mexico that is under the wing of the United Nations ACNUR, that is the Commission of Refugees. This is a video that it was posted by our colleagues of Tapachula. Ultimately, I will put this video. As you can see, they form a barricade right here for all the migrants of Haiti, and I will try to stop when they are talking or speaking so I can relate of what is happening. This is a barricade of federal officers and the National Guard. These are National Guard officials that they're blocking because these migrants are protesting and they're demanding the visa transit. As I told you, people, there are more than 100,000 migrants waiting to move to the United States of America. Before I play the video, if you can like the video on YouTube, if you can like the video on Facebook, and also if you can copy this link and message to another person, or to your friends and you know, on your colleagues, or whatever you want to message it, copy this link and share it, and let's break all these algorithms, and let's like this video. Also, if you want to contribute to our travel fund, Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. If you guys like to contribute to our travel fund, as we are going to be traveling to another border, thank you so much for all your support. Let's play the video as you guys are going to see this protest. This is the way it looks. This is the reporter saying this is the way it looks today at Tapachula and the station Siglo XXI, where they are asking for their paperwork. Where the migrants from Haiti, the only thing that they want is they want to leave Tapachula. They want to go to the United States. They don't want to be here. I want to know what is the name of the director of immigration. That's what the migrant lady in the front is saying. Immigration doesn't want to come out. They don't want to talk to us. I believe that we have the right to be listened, and I believe that we have the right to be heard. We are waiting here for the director of immigration. Is the only thing that we want. The only thing that we want to know is that, look what he says. We want to hear from the immigration officers over here. If they're going to move 10,000, look at the numbers that he's managing. And this is only a migrant. He says, if they want to move 10,000 to the border of Mexicali, that is in our state of Baja, and if they want to move 10,000 to other borders, and if they want to move 10,000 to Juarez, that is the border to El Paso, just tell us. We cannot be all of us here in Tapachula. This guy is managing numbers, and he's only a migrant. This tells you that the quantity of numbers that they are giving right now in the Comar is a reality, people. There's more than 100,000 waiting over there to move to the north. And look what he says right here next. We cannot pay rent. We are paying 8,000 pesos for rent. Pieza is how they call rent over there. We are paying 8,000 pesos for rent. We don't have nothing to do over here. Why they're keeping us here?
Cuando te dicen a ti que vengan mañana, cambian el candado. Y cuando tú vienes a buscar corriendo, ellos te dicen a ti que ellos no son los dueños de la casa, lo que te vienen.
Basically, she's complaining about the people that are renting their homes. They're saying that it's too much rent. That is 8,000 pesos of rent. And you know what the owner of the rent of the house is, what they're doing? If you don't pay the rent, or if you don't pay exactly when they need to be paying the rent, they know that there's new migrants coming in. So what they do is they change the locks and they give the key to the new the new people that they're coming in to live in the apartments. So they change the locks because we are not paying on time. So basically, they're complaining that the price for rent, it is too high, and then they have nothing to do over there in Tapachula. They're abusing us. There's abuse. This is abuse. There you see right here in the front, here is Juan. As you guys remember him, he is a friend and colleague of ours of Border Network News, and a friend and colleague also of Carlos Lopez. Here is Juan broadcasting over there live. As I was there, you guys remember when I was there and I was doing a live feed. In the middle of doing this live feed, I was explaining this migrant station has been known as the prison of migrants. And I did a live feed over there explaining all of this. And it's really important for everybody to understand and for everybody to know the catastrophe that is going on over there, that the leftist media and the media in the United States of America, it is not saying absolutely nothing about this. Look what it says. Look what happens right here. As you see, the migrants are right here protesting. They're protesting peacefully. And what they want is the prompt solution. They want everything to be quicker for the paperwork so they can move out of here and go to the United States of America. We need to talk to the secretary. What is he doing? He's keeping us right here in the heat. Imagine all of this. It can be solutioned by him coming and just explaining what we're going to do. Imagine, we feel sad for these people of the National Guard. We are in the middle of the heat, and look at all the equipment that they're wearing. I feel for them. I feel that they are wearing all this equipment, and we're in the middle of the heat. And for everybody to understand, Tapachula, it is a tropical place that has a lot. The weather is it's really humid, people. It is really humid. And for everybody to know how aggravated this situation is, it's more than 100,000 that they're awaiting over there. How's everybody doing? Buy me a coffee. It's on top of the link if you guys like to contribute to our travel fund. Thank you so much. Let me continue to play this video. What is the necessity of them being here in the middle of this heat? What is the need for keeping them here in the middle of this heat? This is what the migrant lady is saying right here, as ultimately it is a really concerning factor what is happening over there, people. It's really concerning what is happening over there. And I did a compilation of videos right here, a compilation of videos of this protest, as this, we knew that this was going to happen. I knew that this was going to happen. And not only that, people, it is going to collapse. As I was yesterday, I was live with Will Johnson. We were doing a live feed. And he knows, after I just told him all the numbers and everything that was going on, I told him, Will, this is going to collapse. The border is going to collapse. And it's inevitable. It's more than 100,000 people waiting for this incentivization that it was done by Joseph Biden. It is, a lot of people were on the live feed of, well, this is Mexico's fault. No. This is all the countries that they have allowed this to happen. Remember that the migrants have traveled through more than 10 countries. Mexico inevitably has their own fault because they signed the globalist compact of immigration, but Joe Biden is admitting them. He's letting them in through non-port of entries. if Joseph Biden was the one that it was standing for America First policy and ultimately for protection of non-port of entries to tell the people, this is where you need to migrate, this is the front door, it will be completely different. But Joseph Biden said this before he became president. I will create a better pathway for migrants. I will create a better pathway for migrants, and I will let in 125,000. Let's get the facts straight before you get your feelings hurt. This is not even about anymore about Democrats, leftists, or right wing, because there's a lot of Republicans that they're backstabbing rhinos. This is about the elite and the leftist, communist, globalists that they're trying to take over the sovereignty and the security of the nation. Not only your nation, Mexico's nation, and all the people that they are for open borders. All these countries, remember that a lot of these countries, they don't want open borders, but ultimately this agenda by the United Nations, it is completely destroying every single country. This is a compilation of videos that I put together from today. What is the? I wanted to stop here because I wanted to explain what is the banner say. What are their banners saying? And this is the first banner that explains right here. It says no podemos esperar más en Tapachula. Ya está lleno con los migrantes haitianos. We cannot stay over here in Tapachula. It is full with the migrants of Haiti. This is a cruel reality. This is a cruel reality. There's more than 100,000 people waiting over there. Let me play the video so you can see more banners. It says right here, no más abuso contra los haitianos para los oficiales de las guardias y de las gentes de migración. No more abuse towards the migrants of Haiti and the officials, the National Guard officials and the Institute National of Immigration officials. It says on the top also, migrantes, es posible que aumenten los casos de COVID. Deben de pensar en eso. The authorities need to think that there's a huge possibility of cases of COVID incrementing. They're explaining it right there. Cases of COVID, they're incrementing. Not only that, there's a spread according to the Commissioner of Health of Tapachula. And also, the head chief of the sector, the Commissioner of Tourism in Tapachula, they said that there's a huge spread of syphilis, gonorrhea, and AIDS. Not only that, you got a migrant right here with a banner saying, mobilize these people because there's going to be a huge spread of COVID. My question right here is, do you know which organization made all of this happen? The United Nations. Where are they right here protesting? Where are they right here defending the rights and defending the humanitarian reasons? Where's George Soros in all of this? My name is Eredince. The thing is that we are suffering too much abuse right here in Tapachula. First and foremost, Tapachula is not only Mexico. Why they want to keep us right here in Mexico? Why they want to keep us right here in Tapachula? Why do they don't let us pass through the other part of Mexico? There's people that are sleeping on the streets right here in Tapachula. This confirms, people. This confirms what I was telling you on our Tapachula trip. Man, I love when I have the facts. Ay, papá. Ay, qué bonito se siente cuando le restrego la verdad en la cara. This is truth and this is factual right here. Where are all these leftist medias? And I'm not going to give them promotion, but you guys know, where are you with this? Kamala Harris going to Vietnam when you got a catastrophe in Afghanistan and you got a catastrophe at the border? Did she visit the border of Tapachula? Did she visit Guatemala? Yeah, the governmental palace in Guatemala. She went to eat right there a big, gigantic steak sitting down with President Yamate. Right? Look what he says right here also. How are we going to sustain ourselves here? We don't have no work. We don't have no jobs. Tapachula, it is 303,000 kilometers. Tapachula is for 337,000 people that they're living in here. Holy cow. And now there's 120,000 migrants. Look, they were giving us the number of 100,000. I'm not saying it, people. Look at the migrant, what he's saying. Let me return the audio back, as you guys are going to hear when he says the quantity. 120,000 migrantes right here in Tapachula waiting. 120,000, 120,000. Look what he says right here. There's 120,000 migrants. I'm counting 100,000 because those were the statistics. Comar gave statistics of 60,000 applications of refugees. And also they did a census on the population, and they were saying 40,000 more. This 40,000 more, they're spread all over the city of Tapachula. They spread all over the city of Tapachula. Not only that, they're coming more by the thousands. So you got 100,000, but this gentleman right here, a migrant, is saying there's 120,000. Look what he says right here also. Why they want us over here in Tapachula only? And the other day I was seeing that the economy of Tapachula, it is growing more than the ones in the capital. It is because all of us, we're here. This is why they want us to stay here, because they know that we need money to live over here. So we are increasing the economy. They're using us to increase the economy of Tapachula. And there's a banner right here of a gentleman that he just said they have increased the cases of COVID over here. Because, look at the word. Where are you, leftists? Look at the word that this gentleman has said. The cases of COVID, they are going to increase because all the people, it is going to collapse. This gentleman is saying it. I'm not saying it. I have said this before, and I said it when we started hearing these videos around 6 months ago, that I saw this humongous flow of influx of migrants coming into Tapachula, and I told my audience, the south border of Tapachula, it is going to collapse. And if you guys remember when I said it, now the migrants are saying this. It is going to collapse, and it is collapsing. He just used this word. Let me return it so you can hear it.
Eso iba a aumentar porque hay toda la gente colapsada aquí. Si te vas al centro, vas a ver toda la gente está en la calle, no tienen dónde quedarse. Así que los demás no están abusando mucho. Robaron a la policía desde a las 8, 9 de la noche, nadie puede caminar. La policía está abusando a ellos.
There's people sleeping in the streets. The police officers abused the migrants. They cannot walk after 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I don't agree with this, man, because I saw the population of migrants walking out at late, really late at night and free. And that has happened. The police officers, they're abusing the migrants. They taking over their phones. Welcome to Mexico, buddy. Bienvenido a Mexico, mi amigo. That not only happens to migrants. That happens to all Mexican citizens. Bienvenido a Mexico. That's how the corrupt police is in our country. Welcome to Mexico. That's how they are. If you don't comply, and if you don't listen, and if you're not like this, yes, sir, they will take away your wallet, and they will take away your phone. And they will say, you don't shut up. We will take you to that little black room over there in the corner, and we will make you understand. So that is not only happening to migrants, has happened all the time before to Mexicans also. So listen to what this gentleman says also.
Si no, cualquier cosa puede pasar a él. No podemos sufrir tanto. La Comar tienen que darnos una oportunidad para salir.
We cannot be suffering that much. The Comar, the Commission of Refugees, needs to give us an opportunity to move. Immigration needs to give us an opportunity to live right, to live this place, to leave this place. Ay, 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 cómo me gusta tener la razón. Let me take my headphones off because I like when Israel just, oh my God, the facts. I like it when I give the facts. Cómo me gusta. Young man is saying right here, it is inhuman the way that we're living it. It is inhuman the way that we're living over here. We are renting an apartment where 15 to 20 people are living in every single one. Remember 2 weeks ago, I believe so, when I was in Tapachula and I showed apartments that they were taking over by migrants, abandoned apartments. And these abandoned apartments, they were taken over by the humongous flow of migrants of Haiti. And Carlos, the journalist from Tapachula, said this. These apartments, they're renting them for 350 pesos per week, and they're stacking them between 15 to 20 people. This young man right here is telling every single one of you the truth. Where am I going with this? All the people that are saying, well, too bad for you, come to this, and that. Where am I going with this? I'm going to, where is the number one organization that created this catastrophe? This is systematically, logistically, and geographically made to perfection. This catastrophe was made to happen, to create a crisis. and to inflate the cases of asylum to produce money over humans. This is a fact. Listen to what he says. It says right here, he says the numbers. 15 to 20 people living in an apartment.
Tienen que darnos una oportunidad para salirnos aquí. La inmigración deben darnos una oportunidad para irnos de aquí. Porque aquí hay como pueden encontrar una pieza, 20, 15 personas están durmiendo en una pieza.
Right here, you can find an apartment and 20 to 15 people there living in one apartment.
Eso no sirve. Eso puede causar más casos de COVID-19.
That is not working. That can cause more cases of COVID-19. What did we talk about when I was over there, people? When I was at the show of Mr. Steve Bannon in the War Room, I was 3 times in that show. And I explained to Mr. Steve Bannon, I told him, they're stacking people. And also with Real America's Voice News with Ben Berquam, our colleague, I told Ben, this is happening, brother. They're stacking 15 to 20 people in one apartment. Cases of COVID is going to be a rise. You don't even imagine how this is going to grow. Look what he says right here. Also, this gentleman.
Las autoridades de Tapachula deben pensar de eso. Hay tanto migrante aquí y cuál puede causar más casos de COVID-19.
The authorities need to think this, that there's a lot of migrants right here. There's thousands of migrants right here, and there's going to cause more cases of COVID. So my response to this, is, if everybody knows that the enormous influx is happening right here in Mexico, why the leftists and the globalists are not telling the migrants that there's 154 countries that they can go and migrate? The solution is not ultimately only the United States of America. And also, I want to ask this question for everybody in the audience, because it feels like they only have a solution is the United States, the United States, the United States. Where's Canada, by the way? Canada signed this globalist compact of immigration. And if there's Canadians right here in this live feed, I'm sorry. Canada's a beautiful country, but Canada also is staying quiet all the way to the back and saying, yeah, I signed the globalist compact, but if they want to come, I'm just over here. Just no. You signed the globalist compact. Where is your help? And not only that, people, the United States of America, sadly, right now, it is not the number one capitalist country in the world. The number one capitalist country in the world, it is Hong Kong, then is New Zealand, then is Australia, then is Germany. Then you got Taiwan. Then is the United States of America, number 6. No, 5, it's China. And then the United States of America, number 6. Then you get 7, is Taiwan. So I just want to ask you, where are the first-class world countries helping the vulnerable third world class countries? Where are they? Somebody saying the cost of living is higher in Canada than in the United States of America. Excuse me, I don't know if you lived over here in California, but a lot of people are homeless in California because they cannot afford rent. And it is not our fault that Canada is in the globalist compact of immigration. I'm sorry, facts. Numbers hurt. Facts also. It's just unbelievable, people. It's just really unbelievable how all of this is now factual. It is, and I'm not saying, I was there 5 days and I explained all of these facts. And I'm not giving them right now. A migrant is giving them. Look what he says right here.
Imagínate, un pueblo de 300, un lugar de 303 kilómetros cuadrados no sirve para tanta gente que hay aquí. No sirve.
Imagine this is a 300,000 kilometer city for more than 120,000 migrants, plus the population of Tapachula. It does not work. Look what the lady now adds right here. Right here, the population of Haiti, they have kidnapped a lot of migrants from Haiti. Look at the statement that she starts. A lot of the migrants from Haiti, they have been kidnapped. A lot of the migrants from Haiti, they have been kidnapped. Where is the United Nations? ¿Dónde estás, George Soros? To all the leftists, cornflakes, panflakes, snowflakes, to all of you guys, where is your philanthropist, George Soros? This is your philanthropist right here. Somebody saying, Oscar, don't blame the United States people. We cannot let anyone tell them to go home. Who's blaming the United States? Somebody in the audience, and I will put this comment right here on blast. Joanne O'Wallian, who said that I'm blaming the United States? Can somebody in the live feed, of all the 400 and some fraction people that I got right here in the live feed, have you heard a word coming out of my mouth that this is the United States' fault? Right here, before I go on, right here, have I ever blamed the United States of America or Americans? Have I ever, in the 4 years, almost 4 years, that you guys have heard me speak, that I have humongous love for the United States of America, and ultimately, not only that, that I have always blamed the leftist organizations? There's your answer, Joanne. There's your answer. Let us go back to this. This is an interview, and she starts saying this. Where am I going with this? I'm going to this catastrophe. It was formed and it was transformed by the United Nations. Nobody else in the globalists and the elite. Like Mr. Steve Bannon says, the globalists and the elite, they don't care about the working class. He's absolutely correct. They don't care about the working class. And he is absolutely correct. Look what this lady says. They're kidnapping us. So you got the globalists and the leftists still pushing this mass migration when the people are suffering. Why they're using human beings for their agenda? That's my question. Look what it says right here. There's kids. There's women that they have been kidnapped along the way by the bandidos, the kidnappers, the traffickers, the smugglers, the bad guys. So imagine there's police, immigration officers going inside the houses of the people, arresting the people. Hold on a minute. Look what she says. Humanitarian rights, they know everything. So where are you? Where are you? Where is the United Nations? And la 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 la, he ha. Where are you? The humanitarian rights to stop this influx, to stop this globalization of immigration. Where is Kamala Harris? Oh, she's in Vietnam right now, eating nice soup, enjoying herself over there in Vietnam. Nice weather, possibly going to meet Manny Pacquiao after Manny Pacquiao lost this Saturday against Yordanis Ugas. Possibly he's going to meet him over there and just like, hey, you're going to be the future president. Not over here where they don't call it a crisis, they call it a challenge. Look what she says over here also. And then they take us. Oh my God, qué bueno. Que estuvimos ahí. And then they take us and they deport us in the middle of the rain into Guatemala. What did we show? And we were live for almost 2 hours broadcasting how migrants, non-Mexicans, they are being deported into Guatemala in the middle of the rain where nowhere is there to pick them up. Not these NGOs that they're profiting in the United States borders, not these nonprofit organizations that they're profiting out of this in every border that connects to the United States of America. No, they're not there. No. And for everybody that does not understand how the catastrophe of the south border is, there's more than 21 nationalities that they're coming in through our border. These are non-Mexicans. Let us hear what she says also right here.
¿Cómo funciona eso? No podemos hacer diferencia en policía, en inmigración y bandidos. Entonces queremos irnos. No podemos más.
We want to go. We don't want to wait. We want to go. Let's go to another place in Mexico. We want to go to the United States. We want to go somewhere else. We cannot stay right here stranded in one place.
Dice uno puede circular aquí en la chapa. Entonces, mira, con el protocolo puede llegar a circular en el chapa. Entonces, tengo un amigo mío que fue el otro día con un niño de 2 años. Llega en el segundo retén, lo llevan preso con todo el niño, dura 3 días preso. Eso no es justo.
The protocols are that we stay in Tapachula, Chiapas until we get the visa of transit. I'm sorry, that's the way that is the immigration law. That's the way it works. And he said, the other day I have a friend of mine that he was traveling with 2 children and they arrested him. And that is unfair. We don't know what the story of the children, because people on the live feed are going to say, were those children his? I don't know the story. These are statements from his. The protocol says that we have the right to circulate in all Chiapas, the state of Chiapas, in Tuxtla, the capital of Chiapas. They're not letting us circulate outside of Tapachula. This is why I have been saying to all of you people, it is the border of Tapachula that connects to Guatemala. All of this massive flow that you guys are seeing in Texas is coming from here. So it is collapsing. Our border, it is collapsing. Look what he says right here also. It is an abuse. We don't want this abuse. Look what it says right here. We want the international community to come and help us in this situation. And on the left, it says the police officers abuse the migrants at night. They steal our things and they go and hit us. They punish us. There's migrants that they're sleeping on the streets. There's no work. And the people from Tapachula, they are tired of the migrants. I'm so glad that I went over there and shown what is happening to the world. And this is coming out. What we've shown to the world, it is a humongous collapse in our border of Tapachula with Guatemala. Downtown area being taken over by the migrants because they don't have no jobs and they don't have nothing. So they're taking over the sidewalks. They're prohibiting people to go into the other businesses because, they are a necessity of work. So this is where logic, you're defending them, Oscar Blue. Get that out of your head and get a brain in your head and look at what they're doing. The globalists, what they do, it create a catastrophe. They create one thing that is called one social class. One social class for all. Poverty on top of poverty. There's one necessity. And you leave all the help when you collapse and when you create a catastrophe. Who is going to help you? The United Nations? No. Who is going to help you? The government. So you depend on the government. You depend on the programs of the government. You depend on the globalist agencies like the United Nations and the World Health Organization and all these ACNURs and all these places. So what they're doing is practically control a population and collapse of the borders, colonizing the borders to lose an identity of what a border signifies. It is happening. It is the cruel reality, people. I'm not making things up. It is right here. And they called us before conspiracy theorists. They called us before right-wing extremists. They called us before, every single thing that you not even imagine. And these are the facts, and we were over there. How are you going to call us now when this is coming out? And the same migrants, they are the ones that they're explaining the same things that we were explaining before. The United Nations is a complete disaster when it comes to immigration. They're a complete disaster. Look what it says right here also. Comar, the Commission of Refugees, please, we need a response. We are desperate for the acts of violence of the police officers of Tapachula. But they're not saying their behavior also. They're not saying that they're aggressive also. They're not saying of a particular situation that it was recently found in Tapachula where there was a kidnappings and migrants from Haiti that were involved. They're not saying about other things. But they're basically right now explaining that they're complaining about the violence of officers against the migrant population. So the protest continued the whole day. As you see migrants right here standing at the barricades. This is the Comar. I visited this place. People got tired of it. And as you see the migrant population getting together and everybody, being calm right here. There's no altercation. There's nothing. But this is how it is, people. A lot of them not wearing masks. There's a lot of spread of infections. And it's growing. And I'm not talking about just 100,000 people. There's 100,000+ people that are waiting to get out of Tapachula to go to the United States of America to go somewhere else. The population of Haiti, according to the Institute National of Immigration of Mexico, it is the most vulnerable and the most poor migrant population that is migrating across the globe. And they started influxing the borders after the president of Haiti got assassinated. This is outside of the Comar. I was walking through this part. This is the back part. This is the protest also. We want a permit to work. We want a permit to work. When is the Mexican government going to do something about this? When is the Mexican president going to do something about this? Why the tariff of Mexico of securing our south border, why it was lifted? Why Joe Biden took away that tariff from Mexico that it was implemented by Donald Trump? That threat of a tariff. Because as soon as Joe Biden got into office, he lifted the tariff. Lifted the tariff. Somebody saying, speak English. This is America. Nobody. You're wrong. They're in Mexico. So they're speaking Spanish. I'm sorry. You're wrong. When they're in your land in the United States of America, yes, they got to speak English. But right here, I'm sorry, buddy. You're wrong. They're in Mexico, so they can speak Spanish. Not defending, just giving you the facts. Don't get your feelings hurt. But I'm just saying, when is the Mexican government going to do something about this? When? When is the Mexican president that he's a total communist, a total catastrophe, the Mexican president that has allowed a spread of violence in the whole country of Mexico with more than 86,000 murders due to cartel activity? When is he going to say something about this? How do you think the border agents feel in this situation. And I did an interview with the border agent. It is exactly like the border agents in the United States of America. They feel depressed. They feel down. Their self-esteem is on the floor. Like the border agents in the United States of America, the border agents in Mexico, they feel exactly the same. Somebody saying Mexico is involved in bringing the New World Order. Not only that, look at your president, Joseph Biden, and look what Barack Obama did to your country. Look at that. Let me put you this video on. And now agents of the Mexican border agents, they came out. And I believe that there's a part when they talked to the migrants at this little protest that it was occurring outside of the installations. Who regulates the entrance and the re-entrance to Mexico and the stay in Mexico? Who regulates that? It is immigration. This is the Secretary of Government of the Comar. She's the Commission of Refugees. She's specifically cleaning her hands immediately. She's saying the one who regulates the entrance and the re-entry to Mexico and the stay in Mexico policies is immigration. It is not me. What are you guys doing over here? What are you guys doing over here? Why are you guys here? And then she adds this. We deliver you. Our obligation is to give you a protocol. We attended you. We took care of you. You have a register number with us, like a solicitant of refugee. So it is not with Comar. Hey. No, señorita. ¿Qué pasó? ¿A quién le quiere ver la cara? Le puede ver la cara a ellos, pero a nosotros no. Who are you trying to write here? Who are you trying to see? Who are you trying to play between the lines, Missy? No. It is not our fault. The Commission of Refugees. No. It is not our fault. It is immigration. No, Missy. No. I'm sorry. It is ultimately and legitimately and strictly and directly in your face, your fault. It is your organization that is also accepting more applications of refugee. If you know that you have more than 60,000 applications, why are you accepting more and more and more every day? Why you don't stop this and put a letter to the president of Mexico and say this immediately? We have 60,000, Mr. President. As the Commission of Refugees, we don't have the funds to sustain this. Enough is enough. Close the border for a minute and let's take care of this situation and let's see who is applicable and who is not if we want to go by the law. But no, what they try to do immediately is wash their hands. Como todo buen mexicano, déjame quito la bronca y se la viento otra, ¿no? Like every good Mexican, let me just put the hot potato and throw it to somebody else. The hot potato goes to this one and goes to that one. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. So immediately they're trying to clean their hands. Look what she says right here also. Look what she says right here. Big mistake. Oh my God. I thought that you to put law in order. Huge mistake what she says right here. So if you want to protest, go and protest to the immigration authorities. No, Missy, no wonder you're a mess. No wonder you're a mess, for God's sake. If you're a leader of the Comar and if you're a leader that is an organization of the government, of the federal government, the first thing that you are bound to do as your obligation as a public servant is to give a solution. You are put right there at that position to give solutions to the population, not to guide people to be radical in other organizations and to be radical and to protest in other organizations. No, your job is there to put solutions. What is the solution that you're going to give? This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. Don't blame other people. Don't blame other organizations. My God, is the same broken cassette of the president of Mexico, blaming other organizations, blaming the past presidents. Look what she says right here also. You're saying migración, immigration. No, I'm not immigration. I'm COMPARTE, the Commission of Refugees. And I have attended you because I gave you a protocol? Apparently, the lady was looking somewhere else and she got mad and says, hey, I'm talking to you, Missy. I gave you a protocol, didn't I? This is how prepotent the authorities in Mexico are. Why are you accepting more applications? If you know that the country cannot take more, why are you accepting more applications? If you know that the country cannot take more. Look what she says right here also. The protocol the protocol is an application for you to stay here as a petition of refugee. The protocol does not give you the absolute permission to have a visa transit to move forward. And that, what you want, the visa transit, it takes some time. Yes, of course. It takes some time because before you didn't know that that was a profit. Before, the government of Mexico was like, well, let me just get this straight. You know how the government of Mexico thinks, right? So it's just Juan and there's Eric and there's over here, a guy by the name of Hector, like they say in the United States, because it's not Hector, it's Hector. Like, hey, Hector, what's up, Juan? Hey, we got 100,000 migrants coming in. Again? Yeah. Hey, keep them in the city, man. Why you want to keep them in the city? They're going to bring us a lot of economy. Rent, give them the abandoned apartments. Don't worry about it. Give them over there. Businesses, little stores, all this is going to be packed. Keep them over there. What? Yeah. We want to keep them over here. Yeah. And then you let them go. It's going to bring a lot of business. And the COMPARTE is going to have a lot of programs. The Commission of Refugees, we need more programs. We need more funds by the federal government. Somebody's asking, is Anthony okay? Yes, he's okay. Don't worry about it. The COMPARTE is going to be, we need more federal funds. Isn't it funny how these people think, man? Where is the United Nations? This is why I have been saying, consistently saying, this is an abuse of humanity. It's an abuse to humanity. It is modern day abuse towards the migrant population. I have said it repeatedly so many times, people, the most lucrative business right now in the world, it is asylum and refugee. Right now. Look what she adds right here in the last. And it takes time, all the visa transit, because I got to interview one by one. Yeah. And I have to interview to know why you over here, why you cannot return to your country. So that takes time. It's a process. What you're saying is because I attended you. I already took care of you. And if you're protesting, it's okay for you to protest. In Mexico, there's freedom of speech. In Mexico, there's freedom of speech. Mexico is the #1 country in the world for assassinations to reporters and journalists. It's a young lady right here that works for the government. She's saying that in Mexico, we got freedom of speech. Mexico is the #1 country in the world for assassinations to reporters and journalists. But she's saying that we got freedom of speech, people. Let's give it a hand clap for this young lady. We respect it, and you can come over here as many times as you want to protest. But you know, you're protesting to the wrong agency. We don't have we don't have access for what you want. So, people, this is what happened today. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. How do they pay for their phones? As exactly as everybody pays for their phone. That is not I don't believe there's political asylum people that they're politicians, that they have multiple millions of dollars. And that is not something that it is a reason for, like, oh, he has a nice phone. Look at there. Has a nice phone. If he has a nice phone, that means that he doesn't have no rights at all, John. I know. And also he's wearing some Jordans. My God, this is so unfair. Come on, people. Let's get more into what the real problem is. With all respect to everybody. ¿Desde cuándo tienen libertad de hablar en México sin consecuencias? Desde nunca, Dios mío santo. Gracias, Abril Salazar. Muchas gracias. God bless everybody that is watching. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link if you guys like to contribute to our travel fund. We are going to travel again to bring you the reality and the truth of the news of this crisis, humanitarian crisis, that it was done by the globalists and the elite, that they don't care about the working class and they don't care about nobody. They don't care about nobody. So I just wanted to tell you guys this, as I traveled over there, as I was traveling over there, there's more horrible situations that we did see. The unaccompanied minors, the poverty with children. And I'm not talking about migrants. I'm talking about the population of Tapachula, that they don't want to leave Tapachula. These are not migrants. These are Mexican people that they live in Tapachula. Let me give you a scenario. We have a humongous poverty situation we have a humongous poverty situation in our country with the indigenous people in our country. We have a huge problem of cartel insecurity in our country. We had a humongous problem with abandoned children, Mexican abandoned children. We have a huge problem also with healthcare. We don't have no medicines for kids for cancer. We're number one for cartel activity, number two for child trafficking, number two for killings of women in the continent of America. We have a lot of problems as Mexico as a country. Our economical increase is -1. Our GDP, it is -3. COVID cases are rising. We have an enormous insecurity with more than 86,000 people that they have been assassinated due to cartel activity. It's just, and then we got this, and somebody's asking, how did all the Haitians get into Mexico? Please go and watch our videos that we did in Tapachula, as a lot of them, they explain how they traveled through 10 countries to get to a border. They sold properties, they asked for loans. A lot of them, they have family members in the United States of America, so they ask for money from those family members to be sent over here. That is how they move from border to border, and they travel through 10 countries, people. 10 countries. Not 5, not 6. It's 10 countries. 10. We have a humongous problem in our country, man. As a Mexican citizen, I will tell you that the most concerning factor as a Mexican, it is our security. We are more concerned about the insecurity that is occurring in our country due to cartel activity and assassinations, that we are concerned about the enormous influx. We had so many problems, and we have an incompetent president that every day in the morning, and I'm talking about Mexico, every day in the morning he justifies all his mistakes, and he's a coward, and he doesn't say, this is my fault because I haven't done this, this, and that, or this is the way I'm going to fix it. He is always blaming the past presidents and the past administrations. And it's exactly as Joseph Biden is doing right now. Joe Biden, everything, the thing that happened right now in Afghanistan, the catastrophe at the border, the rising of cases of COVID, it is because of the past administration. It's because of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not even the president anymore, but they still live out of his name to cover their whole mess. They cannot take away his name out of their mouth. They cannot move forward because of their name. So everything that is done wrongfully in the United States of America, according to every leftist, it is because of the fear mongering of Donald Trump. It's because of like this leftist generation of crystal people that they never lived in a rough neighborhood. They're always talking about the systematic racism, the white man power, the white privilege, all of this crap that they're implementing in your kids' heads so you can create an idea or a kid with a victimization idea, and he's always going to consider himself as a minority, not as a gentleman that it can move forward and be a great leader in life. This kind of ideologies, the suffering, we cannot do anything. We're suffering. It is the new book of the left, communist, Marxist, socialist individuals. It is the new book of the pandering. Their defense, it is immediately, you're a racist, you're a fascist, you're a xenophobe, you are a misogynist, you're attacking me, you're oppressing me. Everything that it causes an effect to a point that they will feel victimized, it is an enormous opportunity for them as a defense. And now you're seeing it on a daily basis at your schools, at your strips, at your streets, at every part that you walk over. Even if you're walking over into a Walmart, and if you're not wearing a mask, oh my God, you are the most horrible human being. It is because of you that everybody in the world, it is like that. I cannot stand you. Oh my God, you're attacking me. I'm being harassed right now. You are a threat to society and to the world. It is because of you that people are dying. You're the worst human being. I cannot wear a mask, ma'am. I have a problem in my nose. I don't care, wear it. I'm not gonna be able to breathe. I don't care, wear it. The new generation of crystal, of just justifying yourselves as being a victim, it is here, and it is ruling right now. Not only the United States of America, but is ruling in the continent of America, our country of Mexico, also Canada, all of the countries, the victimization, all of that. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Buy me a coffee is on top of the link. If you guys like to contribute to our travel fund, thank you so much. We are going to do a live feed later on this afternoon. I believe in later on this afternoon, as we are going to talk about a couple of things. Refugees from Afghanistan landed in Fort Bliss. Also, we are going to talk about a case that it was migrants from Haiti. They were detained for presumably they were going to kidnap a taxi driver in Tapachula. Also, we're going to talk about different topics that they're extremely important for everybody to understand and know about the situation right now in Afghanistan. Possibly I will do a live feed later on this afternoon. I will confirm it. I got to do one in Spanish also today. So God bless every single one of you. Follow me at YouTube as Oscar Blue. My new channel, my backup channel is Oscar Blue Independent Media. Also, you can follow me at Telegram and also at Getter as Oscar Blue. Follow Border Network News and Instagram, Telegram, and Facebook. Also follow the other half of Border Network News, Anthony Agüero, Real Anthony Agüero on all his platforms. Also follow Ben Berquan, Real America's Boys News, and Will Johnson and Unite America First. Also Miss Sarah Carter from the Sarah Carter Show. You can follow her also. And also Mr. Steve Bannon in the War Room. God bless you all. Thank you so much for this live feed. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always your country's first. God bless.
Ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and he has. What do you think, Sarah, this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
Couple of questions. So. Ms. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening?
Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best sacrifice for your country.
Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.